Ukraine has vowed to strengthen its armed forces after Russia launched its biggest aerial assaults on its cities since the beginning of the war. On Monday, Moscow sent over 80 missiles flying across Ukrainian cities. At least 14 people have been killed, dozens injured. Explosions were reported in Kiev, Lviv, Ternopil, Zhytomyr in western Ukraine, Dnipro and Kremenchuk in the center, Zaporizhzhia in the south and Kharkiv in the east.
Ви знаєте, в мене внутрі зовсім так нічого не произошло. Відчув, побачив спалах у будівлі, ту, яку зруйнував. Побачив, як сипляться бетонні споруди, як вона валиться. Вокруг паніка почалась. Ми почали тікати, де місце сховатися подалі, як то кажуть, тікати в ту сторону, де.
Now, many regions across Ukraine have been reporting power outages since the attack. Kiev has urged people to use as less electricity as possible. And as it tried to end the blackouts here, Ukraine also halted electricity exports to the European Union. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has once again returned to the streets to post his daily video updates where he called the Russian strikes a typical terrorist tactic.
Україну неможливо залякати, тільки ще більше об'єднати. Україну неможливо зупинити, тільки ще більше переконати, що терористів треба знешкоджувати. Російська армія спеціально нанесла ці удари саме у ранкову годину пік. Це характерна тактика терористів. Вони хотіли нагнати більше страху і зачепити більше людей. Вони зачепили увесь світ.
Now, Ukraine has not claimed responsibility for the Crimean Bridge blast, but Russian President Vladimir Putin has accused Ukrainian special services of the weekend attack that killed 3 people. In his televised address, Putin said that Monday's strikes were in response to the Ukrainian terror.
В случае продолжения попыток проведения на нашей территории терактов, ответы со стороны России будут жесткими и по своим масштабам будут соответствовать уровню угроз, создаваемых Российской Федерацией. Ни у кого не должно быть никаких в этом сомнений.
Now, one of the big images that came out yesterday was the attack on Kiev's pedestrian bridge. The city's mayor, Vitaly Klitschko, posted a video of himself crossing a famous pedestrian bridge over the river Dnipro. International leaders have condemned Russia's aggression against Ukraine. Some have called for de-escalation and an end to the violence here. Ukrainian President Zelensky held talks with several Western leaders yesterday as well, all of whom have vowed to support Kiev until the end. Meanwhile, during his talks, US President Biden told Zelensky that the United States will provide advanced air defense systems to Ukraine. This comes after, in late September, the Pentagon said that it would start delivering the National Advanced Surface-to-Air Missile System over the next 2 months or so. Now, hours after the series of missile attacks on Ukrainian cities, the United Nations General Assembly convened. Expectedly, Ukraine and Russia exchanged heated arguments over the latest flare-up. They called each other terrorist states, while Western nations sided with Kiev.
The entire world has once again seen the true face of the terrorist state that kills our people. Suffering defeats on the battlefield, Russia takes it out on the peaceful residents of Ukrainian cities. A trail of blood is left behind the Russian delegation when it enters the General Assembly. And the hall is filled up with the smell of smoldering human flesh. That's what we have tolerated too long in Syria. That's what is happening today in Ukraine.
Свидетельством того, на что может пойти киевский режим, является диверсия на Крымском мосту. Мы предупреждали, что это и подобное не останется без последствий. Совершая подобные диверсии, организуя террор и убийство неугодных им чиновников и политических деятелей, киевский режим поставил себя на одну доску с самыми одиозными международными террористическими организациями.
Putin is trying to take Ukraine's land its resources, its identity. In doing so, he is overturning the most sacred principle in the international system, that borders cannot be drawn by force.
If we do not condemn the actions of the Russian Federation in Ukraine today, we will end up condoning similar blatant attacks on any and all of our countries tomorrow.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.